Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving back into a classic piece of internet horror, but with a twist that completely changes the game. You all know the Wario Apparition, right? That terrifying, disembodied head that chases you down the endless halls of Peach's castle in Super Mario 64. And it's the stuff of nightmares, a legend whispered about on forums and late-night gaming sessions. The original experience is pure panic. You hear that booming, distorted laugh, you see the massive, grinning face materialize out of nowhere, and your only instinct is to run. You scramble, you try to long jump, you fumble the controls, but inevitably, he gets you. It's a jump scare that has traumatized an entire generation of gamers. But what if you didn't have to run? What if, for once, you could stand your ground? That's exactly what we're exploring today. We've managed to flip the script. In this version of the Wario Apparition encounter, we are completely invincible. No damage, no game over, no fear. The hunter has become, well, not the hunted, but maybe the mildly inconvenienced. Let's jump in and see what happens when an unstoppable force meets a very, very stoppable object. This is Wario Apparition, but you are invincible. Let's do this. All right, here we are, back in the familiar, yet unsettlingly empty halls of Peach's castle. You can already feel the creepy atmosphere. The music is gone, the lighting is dim. It's just us and the echoing silence. This is usually the part where my heart starts pounding, waiting for that first glimpse of horror. We're heading down that long, infamous hallway. You know the one. Any second now, we should hear that signature, bone-chilling laugh that signals his arrival. My muscle memory is screaming at me to turn around and bolt, but not today. Today, we stand and wait. Let's see what you've got, Wario. Bring it on. There it is. The laugh. And here he comes, phasing through the wall like a monstrous purple ghost. Look at him, just as horrifying as ever. That giant, menacing grin, those soulless eyes. He's coming right for us. Normally, this would be the moment of pure terror. You'd be mashing the jump button, trying to get away. But look, he's passing right through me. And again. It's like we're a ghost to him. He's just clipping through our character model, completely unable to do any damage. This is incredible. The fear is just gone. It's been replaced by a strange sense of power. Now that the initial shock is over, let's have some fun with this. He's still trying. You have to give him credit for his persistence. He's appearing in front of me, behind me, trying to corner me. But it's useless. I can just walk right through him. Let's try taunting him a little. I'm going to stand completely still and just stare him down. Look at that. He's just floating there, menacingly, but with absolutely no effect. It's like a spooky Halloween decoration that you know can't actually hurt you. It's kind of pathetic. Sorry, Wario, but your reign of terror is officially over. Let's try to interact with him. Can I punch him? Nope, my fists go right through him. Can I ground pound on him? Also no. He's completely ethereal. He's less of an enemy and more of a spooky, intangible nuisance. This changes the entire dynamic. The horror of the Wario Apparition wasn't just his appearance, it was the threat he posed. It was the chase, the helplessness. When you take that threat away, what's left? You're left with a floating, disembodied head that makes funny noises. It's almost comical now. I'm just walking circles around him. And he's just following me, like a lost, terrifying puppy, you know. This actually provides a fascinating look into game design and what truly makes something scary. It's not just the visual. It's the vulnerability of the player. It's the feeling of being hunted and having limited options. By making ourselves invincible, we've deconstructed the horror. We've peeled back the layers of fear and found a surprisingly hollow core. The Wario Apparition is only scary because we allow him to be. Because the game's code dictates that he can hurt us. Without that power, he's just a bizarre piece of programming. Let's see how long he'll follow us. I'm going to lead him on a grand tour of the castle. Come on, Wario, let's go see the courtyard. It's a lovely day out. Oh, wait, you can't leave the hallway. It seems our ghost is bound to this specific area. He's like a security guard on a very, very specific patrol route. He'll pop up, chase me to the end of the hall, and then despawn, only to reappear when I come back. The magic is completely gone. It's no longer a terrifying, omniscient presence. It's a predictable, scripted event. And we've broken it. I'm starting to feel a little bad for him. He's trying his absolute best to be scary, and we're just walking around, completely unfazed. It's like trying to scare a brick wall. He's putting on this whole performance, the dramatic entrances, the intimidating proximity, and we're just not reacting. This has turned from a horror experience into a comedy. Look at him. He just appeared right in my face, and I just casually sidestepped him. I think I've officially broken his spirit. He's not even trying to be surprising anymore. He's just going through the motions. So, what have we learned today? We've learned that invincibility is the ultimate horror killer. We've taken one of the internet's most iconic creepypastas and turned it into a casual stroll through a haunted house with the lights on. It really highlights how important player vulnerability is to creating a tense and scary atmosphere. The fear wasn't in the apparition itself, but in our reaction to it and the consequences it represented. By removing the consequences, we removed the fear. The mighty Wario apparition has been reduced to a harmless, floating meme. This was a really fun and weirdly enlightening experiment. It's amazing how one little change can completely transform an entire experience. What was once a source of genuine fright is now something I can laugh at. It just goes to show you that sometimes the best way to conquer your fears is to face them head on, especially when you have cheat codes enabled. The legend of the Wario apparition will live on, but for us, it will never be quite as scary again. We've seen behind the curtain, and the wizard is just a floating purple head that can't do anything. Thank you all so much for joining me on this bizarre adventure. It was a blast demystifying this iconic gaming myth. What other horror game tropes should we try to break next? Let me know your ideas down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel for more content like this. Your support means the world to me and helps me keep making these videos. Stay safe, stay awesome, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.